Orby and I finally got married. We did it. Orby and I have been together for 12 years. It was our anniversary on December 23rd. On the 22nd, he gave me our anniversary card a day early, and I was like, you know, we can wait till midnight, but he's like, no, I just want to make sure you have plenty of time. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll just go away for the weekend or something. And his card read, it's been 12 years, I think it's about time, ... And then he had me turn the page and it says, we get married at 2:30, and had 24 hours to get our life together.
Technically, it wasn't really planned and he didn't really know about it, but it wasn't a shotgun wedding. You know, we've been 12 years together already, and I know how important this was to him. I thought it was a perfect time to have this wedding. I moved here from Florida to make this job into a career. Eddie came in for a job, we were looking for a head coach, and the boss and I sat down and spoke about it, and he was just the best for the job.
Orby, he's Cuban, he's crazy. Just so funny. Stupid.
You guys are doing all this stuff right here.
That dance is disgusting, it's ugly.
So we need to work on that dance, we need to clean it up, okay? Overall, we talked about it from last week to this week. We're a completely different team right now, okay?
I know. I was so happy. It was just so short notice, and I was like, my mom had work too, so she had to like leave early, and I had to figure out all that, and it was just like all last minute. Like, we didn't have like a reception or anything done. Like, we were just like, what's going on?
I really wanted to surprise him, and so I called around and set it all up. You and me tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. And then his eyes literally like exploded out of his face. Let's go, we gotta get measured for suits because it's happening.
He got in contact with my family and a couple friends, and that's it. We got married. We finally did it after 12 years of talking about it.
We see Eddie and Orby, and they're like all dressed up, all cute. Had my brother's camera, and I was like recording it.
A marriage is an enduring contract with a foundation of love, loyalty, and understanding. So now, join hands. Do you, Orby Orton, take this man, Eddie Rios, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
No. Yes.
Perfect. Do you promise to love him and comfort him, honor him and keep him, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, and be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
Yes.
Now, do you, Eddie Rios, take this man, Orby Orton, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
And you promise to love him and comfort him, honor him and keep him, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, and be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
When I first moved here from Miami, I had just gotten out of a relationship that wasn't very good, and that's when I met Eddie.
According to the laws of the state of California, I now pronounce you partners in life. You guys may now kiss each other and welcome our new couple. Congratulations.
You know, this whole marriage equality thing has been really tough on us. We love each other, and for us, we never needed a piece of paper to really define that, but it's huge.
I was like looking at them, and I was like looking at the way that Eddie was looking at Orby, and they were looking at each other, and I was like,
Thank you so much.
It was just great. It was small, it was special. There were so many people that are like, oh my God, how did you not tell us? I'm like, I didn't even know.
See how her toe is facing that way? When you guys face her toe that way, her hip closes up too. Toe needs to be forward, okay? Last one, here we go. Papa, you can grab onto this. The baby is my team mom's grandson. Funny thing is, the day he got here, he just looked at me and said, Dada.
We've been going through our adoption process, and we made it a goal for ourselves to be married by the time we got matched.
Eddie and I are adopting soon, and we're basically in the last stages of adoption. So we're just waiting to be matched right now, so any day. Over here on this side, eventually there's gonna be a nursery. Coach Eddie and I are thinking about adopting, but for right now, basically a shoe closet for us. We're pretty much addicted to shoes.
Eddie and Orby are basically our parents already. Like, they consider us their children, and I just hope that they get everything they wish for.
they would be the best parents ever. They're my parents. Like, they're my parents. They'd be the best parents ever.
I know they're crazy to us sometimes, but as people, they're very, very caring, and they've thinking about adopting for a while now, and I really want them to be parents. I can see them being great parents together.
Like, it's just like hard for me like to see them like not have a child, because like they deserve it. And Eddie and Orby, they've been like basically my dads, and like to see that they don't have a kid yet, that they've wanted one for so long, it honestly like makes me sad for them, because they deserve it. Like, they really deserve a child. It's like, I can't wait to see them hopefully be parents soon.
It is bid week here at the California All-Stars. This weekend we have our big bid event. It's our first opportunity to go for a paid bid, which is a paid invitation to the World Championships. And traditionally, if Samoa doesn't get a paid bid, we don't go.
I think there's up to like 5 Cali teams actually going for 2 full paid bids, which is really different from last year.
This competition is really important because it's basically like a ticket to Worlds. So if we win and we get the bid, then that's what helps us pay to go to Worlds.
This year I'm a little nervous going into this weekend. Right before the holidays, they were really, really strong and very, very consistent. And now that we've come back from the holiday break, kids are a little out of shape.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What happened? I got the lob. Tight.
I think the kids are just overall tired. Last year at this time, we were in the same exact predicament, and we had 6 kids sick this week. I'm just hoping everybody can get through the week as healthy as possible.
Very low, and see how much you can work it out in physical therapy until you get to practice. Just work out your ankle until he's ready. If you absolutely can't do it when he's ready, then we'll talk about it when we get there. Okay? Figure stuff out.
Me, on the other hand, I'm not so lucky. I've been throwing up for the last 2 days, and I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I ended up coming in. Orby and Castro have been running Smoed for the last couple days, which is usually doesn't happen. The only way I'd ever miss Smoed is if I'm in a hospital or dead. And unfortunately, yesterday I just didn't want to be contagious around the kids. So they had a really good practice without me yesterday, and I'm hoping that today work on cleaning small things and start building up the confidence for the weekend.
3, sharp 5, take your time, and 1, 3, hip 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 4, 5, 7, plant your feet, 2, 3, a little early set. Okay, Sophie's being caught to the quarter.
Working technique. Our elements in the routine are really, really, really hard. It's just making sure that they're perfect, nothing moves. We don't have excess movement.
And going all the way to our 5 and stopping with kick rides. Here we go. 3, keep moving. 5, 7, 8, 1, 3 and 4, 5 harsh catches, and 1, 2, 3, and you guys are always early on that.
Question, where is this first kick supposed to be kicking at? Like in what direction? Is it the back corner?
Starts in the corner, goes to the side.
Okay, Ari, yours is in the back the whole time.
You should be going like this with your front foot, making a backward C.
Our middle stunt group has been struggling. Ari is now a woman. Last year she was a little stick figure, and in the last couple months she's been filling out as a girl, and your body changes and you have to relearn how to stunt and tumble. Your timing is different.
So early in the season I did get injured and Jameson was put in my spot, so my stunt group got used to the way she flew, and now that I'm back in, they have to get used to the way that I fly now. It's definitely different having new bases.
Even though she's not a big girl standing next to the rest of the flyers, she looks like an Amazonian princess, but she has beautiful lines, she has beautiful tech. It's just her stunt group has just been very inconsistent. They're trying to figure out, how to work with the changes. Playing for candlestick back tuck, starting now. 10 every time you come down.
Plant your feet bases. Ari, you're replacing a little bit in front of you in the full round to our best. Down the center. And
You okay, Ari?
5, 1, 2, 3, shot. 5 and 7, you got got it. 1.
Right foot in.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1. And 4 forward. Are we? And 4, 5, 6.
10 so far for that group. Again. Didn't count. We all have to hit 2. Let's go. It's bid week and we're dropping stunts.
Hey, 7. You're not scared. 3, 4. You don't move. Oh, she's scared. Let's go. Do it again. And he's gonna win what? It has to be aggressive and fast and tight. You're not scared. You're slow.
So GSSA is a really important competition for us because our last competition was Cheer Alliance, and that competition didn't go great for us.
Ever since then, we've been in the gym drilling everything that we messed up on, and practices have been kind of rough.
They always tell us like it's all mental, like the cheer is just 80% mental, 20% physical, and Eddie always says like, and it's true, like we train too hard to not be physically prepared for what we do.
10 for that group.
Landing all the way to her stomach, guys. She's like landing like this.
Yep, tell her every time. Tell her. You're not helping the stunt when you're breaking your body line. You're making yourself heavier. Some of our kids do take critiques and take them personal as opposed to just looking at it as constructive criticism and moving on. I'm a very tough coach and I'm very, very honest and I'm very, very blunt. I don't take feelings into consideration when I'm coaching.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. And 4, 5, 7. Replacing.
You should be going like this with your front foot, making a backward C. That's the first kick. I've had this discussion with the kids on multiple occasions. It is never personal. There's no, well, someone didn't do something, so we're gonna do this again. It's like, no, you didn't do this, so now we're gonna do it again.
You say the same corrections, you can only say it so many times, and if they decide to take that correction, great, and if they don't, we're stuck, unfortunately.
You gotta tell me twice. Okay.
Faces, you have 20 to them. Go. Bars, let's go.
Multiply it times 10, because some of our tamale weight hasn't come off yet.
Push up. You're centered against the weakness. Come on. Shut. 1.
Sophie's playing the whole game. Sophie is off-centered, killing it. We need to perform like that.
Our stunt group's inconsistent, so if we can't learn how to work with this flyer, if changing bases around to make this stunt hit doesn't work, then we're gonna have to call another flyer. And I can't put the wants and needs of one individual before the whole team.
This weekend we went to GSSA in LA.
We just had a really good weekend. We went into the competition and we hit 3 0 deduction routines.
We got on stage and it ended up being like amazing.
Having how well we did, I think, helped us with our confidence.
It's just kind of like a weight was just like lifted off our shoulders.